This is the Horse Radio Network. This is episode 294 of Horse Tip Daily, a different horse tip, a different equine topic, a different equestrian expert every day. Horse Tip Daily brings the world of equine knowledge to you one day at a time. This tip is sponsored by Equestrian Collections. Visit them at equestriancollections.com. Enjoy today's tip. I'm Glenn the Geek from Lexington, Kentucky, and welcome back to Horse Tip Daily. Well, I'm excited to have back with me today Darley Newman. And you know Darley, she's been on the show numerous times before. And she is a travel expert and a published author and Emmy-winning host and producer of Equestrian. It's the first travel television series to explore the globe on horseback. Equestrian is broadcast on the PBS stations across the nation and on Create, a nationwide public television lifestyle channel, and on various international networks. And we'll be right back with Darley right after we speak about Equestrian Collections. And I know Darley shops there as well. So we want to talk to you a little bit about Equestrian Collections now that the World Equestrian Games is coming up. You're going to be watching all this coverage, hearing all this coverage on the Horse Radio Network. It's going to make you want to get out and ride this fall and winter, and it's going to also make you want to outfit your horse in the finest. Well, you can do all of that at equestriancollections.com. I know you have your favorite place to shop, the place you usually go to, you know, one of those other internet places that you always go to do your shopping. Well, what I'm asking is that you give Equestrian Collections a try. They have a huge selection of hundreds of thousands of products at terrific prices. So stop, and they're always having sales and specials and all kinds of things going on over there. Their website is easy to use, it's easy to search, it's easy to find what you're looking for. So as you're looking for those fall and winter items coming up now, we're getting there actually, those blankets, those sheets, those riding clothes, those coats for you, the boots, everything that you're going to need for fall and winter riding, you can check it out and find it at equestriancollections.com. And don't forget to follow their Facebook page. They have one of the most active equestrian Facebook pages on the internet, and you just search for Equestrian Collections. Well, thanks everybody for supporting our sponsors, because they're what makes all of this possible. And now let's say hi to Darley Newman from Equestrian. Well, hi Darley, and welcome back to Horse Tip Daily.
Hi, Glenn. How are you?
I'm great. It's so good to have you back. It's always fun to speak with you, and we'll try not to get too carried away like we usually do. That'd be my fault, by the way, I think. I have this problem in that the experts that are on the show are all people I really like. And the only time I get to talk to them is when we do tips. So
that's a good thing.
Yeah, I guess. So then we end up chatting away. And I guess people must like it. We have a lot of listeners now, so... all right, so we talk about travel with you because that's your thing. And, of course, you are the host of Equestrian, the Emmy Award-winning show. And you have been giving us the best travel tips. So what are we going to help people with today?
Well, everybody knows that horseback riding in general is eco-friendly, but there are a lot of places that you can travel and ride where you can have also an eco-friendly vacation. So I think that's important, and I think a lot of people want to do that now because it's a feel-good vacation. You feel like you're not only traveling and seeing something new and benefiting yourself, but benefiting the local community and the environment in general.
Okay, cool. So where do we go? I'm ready. Sign me up.
Well, we have a new season coming out in October, so people will be able to see some of these new cool places. And one of them is a place that not a lot of people go at in general. I mean, it's sort of an undiscovered, I call it a hidden gem. It's Uruguay in South America. You know, it's bordering Brazil and Argentina, and they have the gaucho culture there, which is really neat. You can go and ride and herd cattle and ride with their version of cowboys.
Oh, cool.
and there's a place down there. Actually, there are all these different estancias, but there's one that we filmed that's going to be in our new season and that we really like. It's run entirely by wind power. It's up in this area. I know, it's not neat. It's up in this area of rolling hills. It's called Las Alamora, and they raise grass-fed cattle there, which you will get to dine on if you stay there, and they will give you a lot of meat because that is part of the culture there.
Right, exactly. Yeah, well, and that's why all those... What are the restaurants called here where they just bring the big racks of meat out and slice it off? There's a name for them, but they're out of that area.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember the name.
I know.
But it's, yes, I mean, you'll definitely eat a lot of good meat if you're down there.
And Argentinian guys that play polo here are very popular with the ladies. So I'm sure the cowboys down there are as well.
Yes, there are some handsome gauchos.
It's good you bring your husband on these things.
But that's a neat one, and I think it's good because, well, riding vacations in general, you're mostly going to be, a lot of them are small groups, which is what you want. So that's good because it's more of a form of sustainable tourism.
Right.
So you're minimizing the impact on the trails, and you're benefiting the local people because you're going out to ride with them. So you're helping create jobs in the local community. So listen, Glenn, next time you're going to go on a riding vacation, you can feel darn good about it.
There you go. Well, I wanted to ask you too, real quick, of all the different trips you've been on, have you found that the people who run these trips are a little extra careful about not leaving things behind, not littering, and all of that stuff?
Definitely. I mean, people try to practice leave no trace, and that's so important. But and a lot of, this is their livelihood. They don't want to be out there leaving trash and messing it up. No one wants to see that on the trail or
Right.
anything else. So it's not only they're doing it because, they're taking these riders out and travelers and they want them to have a good experience, but it's also to protect the area where they're leading these tours. Because they want it to be there for generations, and they want to be able to lead people there because, some people are leading tours in national parks. They have to have special permits. So it's different everywhere, but you're definitely right about that.
Cool. So there are now on your website there at equitrekkingtravel.com, are there eco-friendly designations for certain trips?
Yeah, we have a best picks section, and we list, all different topics, places you want to go if you want to have bragging rights about your brag about your vacation because it was so difficult.
Like if you did, from what I hear, is if you do fox hunting in New Zealand,
Ooh.
you have made it because apparently it is really wild down there.
Well, I know it's wild in Ireland. That's so interesting about New Zealand.
Yeah, apparently New Zealand, the rules are different. I spoke with a girl who just got back and actually spent every day for like 2 weeks hunting in New Zealand, and she said it was out of this world, and she said the flasks are much bigger down there.
Well, that maybe is the difference there. That's what makes it...
And there ain't lemonade in those flasks, let me tell you.
Yeah. That's funny. Well, that's like Costa Rica, which is another good eco-friendly place because you can really get out and get close to the nature and learn about the environment and be educated as you ride.
I know you really liked Costa Rica.
I love
we
Costa
talked about
Rica.
that when you got back. You really liked that trip.
Well, they have the wild rides. They're not fox hunting, but they're definitely drinking on some of the rides. So that's interesting, too.
And they don't do that in Ireland at all, I'm sure.
Oh, no. You won't be riding to a pub there. No.
Or from pub to pub. They have those, don't they? They have pub rides, right?
Yeah, they do. Yeah. And it's nice,
Do they give you seat belts or Velcro or something? So after the fifth pub, you can stay on?
I think you're coming up with some new inventions here, Glenn.
the pub belt?
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Oh, my goodness. That's like we have a shot in our Iceland show of this guy is showing how smooth the Icelandic horses are, and he's riding with a pint of beer and not spilling a drop.
That's before he drank the beer, though.
Yeah, that's true.
After he drank the beer, it's spilling everywhere.
And it's not the horse's fault.
Thanks, Darley. I appreciate it. And they can find you at equitrekking.com or equitrekkingtravel.com. Well, thank you to Darley. We always appreciate her being on the show. She is so much fun. I just enjoy chatting with her. And, of course, she's had all of these amazing experiences traveling all over the world for equitrekking. And, again, you can find that at equitrekking.com. Well, don't forget, you can follow all the coverage of the World Equestrian Games here at the Horse Radio Network, and you can find all the details at horseradionetwork.com. We'll be back again tomorrow with another new expert and a different horse tip. Until then, stay safe, everyone.